less lethal contingencies. Alan here. So I am going to repeat the second part of yesterday's test. Okay, so yesterday's video had two tests essentially. One was with my 50mm spring, which was kind of a flop. We had an auto fire when we introduced the modified birdcage, right? Air plenum, manifold, adapter, spacer. That's it. That's what HD24 was calling a spacer. And then the second part of that test was somewhat successful, but I developed a leak. Okay, so I've since corrected the leak. At least it was corrected earlier today after I tested it. And it was the inner, one of the newer O-ring materials that I was also experimenting with, testing, was not sealing properly inside that inner O-ring inside the bird cage. So I think I have it corrected now using a previous O-ring that I had been using successfully. Yeah, so I wanted to repeat. There's no reason to repeat the factory test with everything factory, but we'll repeat the second part of that test today. So within the marker today, I have the modified bird cage, okay, and also the 60mm 1.6mm wire size factory spring is in here as well. Again, we're running the 7-inch 685 barrel, finishing it off with a what do they call this? The Recon muzzle brake. Okay, just cosmetics. And of course we have a Solarfish laser on here, 12 gram in the handle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and gas it up, and then we'll see if we can shoot off 6 rounds. With the ammunition we're using is the AR Tactical 10-gram Joules. They're a 6.84 ammunition, so same ammunition from yesterday's test. We'll keep it all consistent, and we'll just basically redo that second part of the test to see if it yields any gains. Consistency gains is what I'm really looking for here. Okay, so let's go ahead and gas her up. Everything's tight. Again, I'm using the HD24 Short version 1 tuning ASA with a plug on the back. Okay, sounds quiet. The laser on. We're going to use the X radar. Hopefully it's working today. The other day I had 2 shots in a row that wasn't working. That was actually when I was shooting the TR-68. So I don't know, it might have been a fluke, but I'm going to try that now. If it doesn't, we'll fall back to the other Karani. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 of the 10-gram AR Tactical Joules. And not sure why that just rolled out of there. Let me check something really quick. Whoop. All right. Not sure why I'm dropping my ammo here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. They have one in the barrel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. I think from the other day I had one in the barrel when the gun wouldn't shoot that last shot, and I did not even realize it. Okay, anyways, thing looks clear now. Let me just make sure everything's clear. I do not want to degas this, but I'm just gonna. Magazine's out. I don't see anything in the breech. It must have been sitting at the end of the barrel, just stuck in there. That was weird. Very strange. There's nothing in the barrel. Nothing in the barrel now. Must have been sitting right down the end and just happened to roll out. That was the weird. Very strange. Anyways. All right. Everything looks good now, so. All right, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots in there. Okay, we are hot. All right, 10 gram ammo, 12 gram cartridge in the handle, and this is with the test with the modified birdcage. Shot 1. 430 feet per second, and I got an auto fire on that actually. 430. And an auto fire with that one. Shot 2. 398. That's 398. Shot 3. 380 feet per second. Shot 4. 350 feet per second. Shot 5. 312 feet per second. Shot 6. 218 feet per second. And that should be all of them. That last shot was pretty darn weak. Not to be surprised by that, since I did get an auto fire on the first shot. So we probably definitely wasted some gas there. All right, so that was all 6 shots. I'm surprised I even got 6 shots off with that auto fire. Interesting. Okay. That is all of them. Yeah. So that's the test. All right, and I just realized that I should probably check the puncture and also pull out the back and inspect everything and see if everything looks to be normal. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, good puncture there. Very good puncture. And let me just wipe this down too while I'm at it, because it looks a little oily. Okay. And I'm going to take the rear ASA off and just do a quick inspection on it. All right, everything looks good there with the rear ASA. And that ain't gonna work. I left my pick upstairs. All right. Take the modified ASA out and take a look at it. Actually, modified birdcage, I mean. Okay. Everything looks good. O-rings look good. All right. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any HPA testing on it. I probably will, actually. I mean, why the heck not? Not thrilled about that first shot auto fire, but I mean, I probably will at some point. I mean, I made the modification now to the birdcage. I might as well, I mean, as long as it's not failing, I might as well use it. That auto fire only happened once. It happened in the beginning under the greatest pressures. You know, I don't know if that's could have something to do with the tuning ASA that I'm using. again, I was using the factory spring. So, and I didn't get that. Well, the only time I had that happen and was much more severe was with the 50 millimeter spring. So, not the factory spring. But with no leak, I had full gas pressure. Yesterday's test, at the last of yesterday's test, I didn't have full gas pressure because was struggling with a leak the whole time. As soon as I punctured it, essentially. So I don't know. We'll see with the numbers. I'll update the video with the numbers, and I guess I'll figure it out from there. And I probably will test again with it at some point in the near future with high pressure air and see if I continue to have any auto fire problems with it on high pressure air versus CO2, and also to see if there's any gains. Again, high pressure air is already consistent, so the gains I'd be looking for that would probably be mostly, in the line of, do I gain any joules? Do I gain any feet per second? So anyways, thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace out.